Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A growing movement to delay the return to class at Michigan State University as funeral services begin for the 3 students killed in Monday's shooting. We'll begin here at 5 with new developments in the shooting investigation and the plans to honor the victims. Good evening, I'm Devin Skillion.
And I'm Karen Drew in for Kimberly Gill tonight. Over the next several days, funerals will be held for the 3 students killed at Berkey Hall and the MSU Union. In Grosse Pointe, a mass for Brian Fraser is being held tomorrow at St. Paul on the Lake on Lakeshore Drive. A visitation is happening now at the Verheiden Funeral Home on Mack.
In Clawson right now, visitation is underway for Alex Werner at the Guardian Angels Catholic Church on 14 Mile. A funeral mass for her will be held there tomorrow.
A visitation for Ariel Anderson is happening Monday with a funeral on Tuesday at Zion Hope Baptist Church in Detroit. 5 students are still in the hospital tonight after the shooting. 4 of them remain in critical condition at this hour. Students are set to return to classes on Monday, 1 week after the shooting.
Many of them, though, say that's too soon. Nearly 19,000 students, in fact, have signed a petition pushing for the university to offer a virtual or hybrid learning option. Sean Lay talked with the organizer of that movement, and he's live tonight in Lansing. Sean.
And Devin, we're live at the State House here. This is an end gun violence rally. MSU students here right up at the microphone just as we were coming on the air. A student said we are not going back to class on Monday because she says security has not been improved. Key card access has not been improved in her opinion. Others are saying the same thing, saying Monday to start class is too soon.
I think what has so many people ill at ease is they just put out a statement that we weren't returning Monday without taking the proper precautions to assure students and parents and faculty, which I think really took people aback.
MSU junior from Detroit, Cameron Cohn, says she is just not ready to return to class on Monday, and she says thousands of MSU students agree with her. Cohn started this petition that now has more than 18,000 signatures alerting MSU that students are still in shock, have questions about safety. Their families just not ready to send their kids back. Bottom line, for thousands of MSU students, Monday is just too soon.
There was a gap in communication between the students, the faculty, and the institution. And us not getting grace and returning back to Monday after a mass shooting is absurd to me.
Governor Whitmer interviewing with Local 4 today, discussing a virtual option for students.
Seeing we can use technology to learn virtually, perhaps that's a tool that some could use who are not comfortable.
A lot of students who aren't returning, period, which is unfortunate because we are Spartans and we do love MSU. However, the rate that this has been going is very traumatic, and I understand a lot of people can't handle that. So, in my personal opinion, I would say I'm very excited to go back next semester.
You heard Cameron there saying she is going to go back next semester. This semester ends in May. That would be in the fall. Bottom line here right now, the latest from MSU is that Berkey Hall remains closed for the semester. They're still deliberating what to do right now on reopening the student union. It remains closed right now. Keep in mind, it's still a crime scene, so we're hearing that drumbeat more and more from students that Monday is too soon, but there's no word yet on any type of on-the-fly virtual programs getting together, Devin. Something to keep a very close eye on. Yeah. Back to you.
You got it. All right, Sean.
Meantime, Michigan State athletes are already back competing.
And tomorrow, during the big rivalry game between Michigan and Michigan State, the men's basketball teams facing off. The Wolverines are going to try to set the rivalry aside a bit. Rod Maloney is in Ann Arbor right now with what students at U of M are planning to do to show their support. Rod?
Well, they're not only planning to do it, they've already started here, Devin. We're at the Silverson Invitational Track Meet here at the indoor track facility at U of M. Teams from Michigan, Canada, Ohio, they're all here. Handful of MSU athletes are here. They were given the opportunity to decide for themselves whether they wanted to compete here today. And more than anything, Wolverine Athletics wants Spartans to know that they are in everyone's hearts this weekend. This afternoon's meet started with a moment of silence. U of M athletes sported Sparty over Green Hearts logo stickers. Associate head track coach Jenny Ashcroft told us.
Certainly we know a lot of people within their program and whether that's their coaching staff or their student athletes, but even just the whole state of Michigan, right? We just want to show our support and know that we're thinking about them, and we want to make sure that they know that.
U of M basketball coach Juwan Howard felt much the same going into tomorrow's big game.
Right now, it's not about the sport. It's about, life. And unfortunately, there were those that were lost during this such tragedy. And it hit home, and it hit very close to home for us.
They're planning another moment of silence at tomorrow's game. The Michigan band learned and will play the Spartan alma mater, and they'll pass out similar Sparty stickers there. In the technology age, they have programmable wristbands that will blink green and white to light up the arena in green and white. They'll fly a 12x8 Spartan Strong flag, and will also pass out 2,000 specialized green and white warm-up T-shirts. Coach Tom Izzo is touched.
I greatly appreciated the support that I've gotten from the University of Michigan, the texts I've gotten from people, the way their university has stood up. Does it help? Of course it helps.
Now there will be another tip of the cap tonight in Arizona when the Spartans and Wolverines play baseball down there. The Wolverines will have the Spartan stickers on their helmets, so they're wanting to sort of have a tip of the cap there as well. Reporting live in Ann Arbor, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Yeah, really interesting situation there coming up tomorrow as well. All right, Rod, Local 4 will have complete coverage of tomorrow's game and this weekend's funeral services. The family of Alex Werner has requested privacy for her funeral. We, of course, will honor that request. But Brian Frazier's family is welcoming cameras into his service tomorrow. And if you'd like to watch, we're going to live stream that tomorrow on Local 4 Plus. It starts at 11 a.m.
Breaking news now from Mississippi, where 6 people have been shot and killed in a small rural town. Police say the shootings happened at several different homes in Tate County near the Tennessee state line. We're told the shooter is in custody. Police are trying to figure out a motive. We will stay on top of this breaking news. In other news tonight, with the 1-year anniversary of the war in Ukraine approaching, the Biden administration is facing growing pressure to send fighter jets to the country.
That comes as there is increased scrutiny as well on the U.S. relationship with China following the spy balloon ordeal. Alice Barr has the latest from Washington. Alice.
Karen and Devin, on a big day for foreign policy, the White House is under pressure to maintain frayed relations with China, while also ramping up support to help Ukraine fight off Russia.
Well, good to see you again.
Vice President Kamala Harris on the world stage today at the Munich Security Conference, hanging over the global gathering the approaching anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine and heightened tensions over the Chinese spy balloon. In an NBC News exclusive, Vice President Harris telling Andrea Mitchell that while the U.S.-China relationship has not fundamentally changed.
Surely and certainly that balloon was not helpful.
The vice president saying the U.S. had to shoot it down.
Because we were confident that it was used by China to spy on the American people.
It comes one day after President Biden told NBC's Peter Alexander in another exclusive that, quote, I think the last thing that Chinese President Xi Jinping wants is to fundamentally rip the relationship with the United States and with me. Meanwhile, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky urging allies at the Munich conference to speed up military support ahead of Russian President Vladimir Putin's expected spring offensive.
He can still destroy many lives, many. That is why we need to hurry up.
Amid concerns over House Republicans' commitment to Ukraine's security spending, GOP Senator Lindsey Graham in Munich offering this assurance.
I'm a Republican. I promise you there will be bipartisan resolve to keep the assistance going.
Just today, a bipartisan group of House members urging President Biden to send F-16 fighter jets to give Ukraine an upper hand against a sustained and brutal assault. President Biden is preparing to travel to Poland next week to mark the 1-year anniversary of the war in Ukraine. He's also said that he plans to speak with China's president, though the White House says no call has been scheduled yet. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
It's a cold end to the work week. Pretty fitting, though, for the kickoff to Winter Blast in Royal Oak. Taking a live look right now from Drone 4. Things are warming up a bit as we head into the weekend. You can see some of those ice sculptures below right there in downtown Royal Oak.
They're fine right now, that's for sure. Forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams here with a look at the first forecast. Kim.
I know, I was just looking at that thinking, it's going to be close to 50 on Sunday, but safe tonight because it is going to be a very cold night here in Metro Detroit with temperatures dropping down into the teens and low 20s. Right now, Exact Track 4D radar, definitely an improvement in the last 24 hours. Just a few snow flurries out there. Otherwise, a very nice and dry evening commute, but it's cold. 21 in Pontiac, 20 in Mount Clemens, 24 City Airport, mid-20s at Metro, 22 in Ann Arbor, and 24 up in Howell. Weekend forecast, a lot of sunshine tomorrow. Now, temps do get into the low 40s, but it's going to be windy, so it'll feel more like it's in the 30s tomorrow. And then for Sunday, a few more clouds, but look at that temperature high, 48 degrees. And it looks like we stay above normal with our temps for the next 7 days. Our normal high is 36, and we'll be in the 40s until next week.